Let's have some real talk here. From one-up cartoons to Mario's Madness to Hit Single to Brazilian Miku one-shot. I'm calling it that because that's what the page changed to, thankfully. But I like to not get confused, but holy moly. Oh my god. I'm gonna be mainly, alongside this video, there's going to be a document. I specifically made it for the sake of, well, making sure that you realize, eventually, if this gets too far, I think there's a line that's going to be drawn. And I'm serious, there is going to be a line. And if you think that the line I'm going to draw is too far, that's you. Because at some point when this line will be drawn, it will be everyone who almost will unanimously agree this needs to happen, so that creativity can flourish in the ways that are positive, and any of the negative that it has been getting, like that we've been seeing, will cease to be as powerful as it has been. And if you hate me bringing up one-up cartoons, that's your own darn fault. I'm sorry. This all started, for me, seeing-wise, with one-up cartoons, because he was a nice modder. Like, he was a great person in this modding community. And we kicked him out because what? Beliefs? We kicked him out because beliefs? Is that really it? Is that all you have to show for me? It's just simple freaking tweets that personally should not affect you and should not rile you up. And then you have, let's see, beyond that, yeah, Mario's Madness getting unrightful, people had critiques, they're allowed to express them, however, it has gone, what happened with the escalation went too far that now they don't fully accept them. It's kind of like legitimately they hate everybody who critiques. And that's taking a 180 in the wrong direction. I've already stated my critiques verbatim, so it's not really important. And then you've got Hit Single. Purely because people can't... This also leans on the issue of, oh, you can't seem to agree, or at least, have a disagreement that you can be civil with. That's why Hit Single ran into its own mess, which led into lunacy. It was mainly about Garn anyways, but the way that the Hit Single devs personally handled Garn, that's their own darn fault. I'm sorry. If you can't handle a disagreement and still work like actual friends, you aren't friends. You never were friends at that point. You were fake friends. That's what Flimbo saw in you. Fake friends. People who didn't give a shit about him. They liked his work, but only cared about what he did as work. They never actually cared what he thought. Because all of a sudden, when it affected them the most, and they couldn't handle actually being a proper friend, they dumped him. And recently, with Brazilian Miku one-shot, You sensitive as fuck. I'm sorry. Some of you got some Hollywood mentality, and then raised it to threats. Threats are not okay. Phrasing is also not the nicest thing. The phrasing was also not the nicest thing. I'm sorry. You want to make a mod with representation of your culture? Go make a mod like Viernes Noche Bebiendo. That's for Chilean culture. Go do it. Go do it. I dare you. I made a tweet about it. I dare you. I'll link the tweet as well. I dare you. Make a mod like Viernes Noche Bebiendo. It's a fantastic mod, and it's gonna be even better when it updates. Try. I dare you to try, because you haven't. You wanna do it? Go. Go do it. Stop complaining. In fact, this was wholly a nothing burger that you sons of guns need to learn to shut the fuck up. There are other isolated incidents, such as the Hypno's Lullaby, but that's literally, I'm like, oh my god. But like, yes, you could say it's less, but like, there are these certain isolated incidents that just bring up the biggest bad thing. And I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna bring up the doc on screen. Explain it in detail. Because I want you to know. I want you to see. This is what I have made. In full. No joking about it. The Fnf mod ban. Document explains exactly what it means. This is for extreme measures. If we seriously get to the point where no one can freaking ever do anything anymore, or it's like it's too bad for the most everyone to handle, this is what we're going to do. Now, a mod ban does not mean that the mods in development that aren't finished should cancel. In fact, they should finish, meaning all updates, either currently in development or planned in the future, should be worked on and finished. Therefore, when the mod is fully done, it's done. It's done deal. Nothing else. You won't... This also means, though, if your mod was already a done deal, you won't be allowed to return to it. At least not in the natural sense. This also doesn't mean that any fan-made content beyond mods, aka making art, making AU stories that people can read, making songs, which is very obviously you're still allowed to do, remixing songs, recharting certain songs or fan charting them, but only showcasing them. Yes, you can only showcase. You can't actually make that playable, that's a mod. Animations, and fan games. Fan games are experiences not using Hackflixel. So say you wanted to bring back an experience, like say a mod, it can't be a mod anymore if you want to bring it back. You have to turn it into a fan game. This does mean that you are not allowed to upload any future mod to Game Banana or Game Jolt. And no announcing mods on Twitter, YouTube, or Blue Sky. Obviously, the exceptions of uploading to Game Banana or Game Jolt are the mods currently being finished, but those should already have pages up. Announcing mods is the issue, because you haven't shown it. If you can prove that this, like, you can't announce a mod, it basically is considered the first time people see it, so it's basically considered new, and you aren't allowed to showcase it. Like, you aren't allowed to have it exist. This is going to be sent to the main base game devs at some point, once it gets too egregious, to see if they'll obviously do it. the ban would be lifted by them personally. However, if base game officially is finished, by the time, and the ban is still in effect, the ban will be lifted. Or at least should be. Because by that point, that gives you enough material to just fully go back into modding. It's no longer just, oh, here's this simple little thing. No, you're able to go back. I wanted to share the full details in my words on top of just the document itself, because it feels like it's necessary. But yeah, beyond that, I think that's all I wanted to share, because holy moly. Seriously, with that Brazilian Miku one-shot, what the frick are you guys on? There's no need! My gosh. That's why I say go make a mod like Viernes Noche Vapeando. That's your example. You haven't used it? Start. Anyways, yep, like, comment, subscribe. If you dislike it, dislike it. I'd like to see all the comments, whether it's on Twitter or not. But, yeah. It's starting to get to that point. I'm sharing this doc to straight up tell you, if it fully gets to that point, I'm gonna start making a massive petition for people to bring this up to base game devs. And start saying, we're gonna ban mods. We're gonna start only allowing fan games to be made as the form of playable content. So all those little kids that want playable content, they can't get it anymore. They don't get it anymore. They can only look at the cool concepts, because we banned the mods. Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting sick of it. I seriously, it showed me that with that Brazilian Miku one-shot, you don't care. You never did. I'm looking forward to Fun Kill Zone, I'm looking forward to Parallax, I'm looking forward to Rerun, I'm looking forward to Irida. And you wanna know why? 'Cause I do care. And I do see human integrity. I'm a bit more positive than some of the half of the dim-witted popular people. Sorry, you are dim-witted. You hold the grudge too hard. You don't realize how much you impact with your animosity. I'm also sick of the rankers, but I'll leave them alone for a bit. There are just some people that legitimately are a bit too harsh, have no actual proper explanation of criticism, don't actually have an understanding of music, or art for that matter sometimes, to actually elaborate. So I'm like, you shouldn't be talking. But what else can I do? This is the best I can. I'm going to explain it the best I can. And I'm sick of it. I do actually want to be a moderator for Fnf Positivity. Consider this my application. Understanding exactly the way I should. But hey, I am just a guy that likes the FNF stuff. Listen to me or not. Your choice. The thumbnail's gonna be a flipping finger and saying F the Fnf community, by the way. So yeah, I'm pretty clear. Bye-bye.